So this question's kind of about grammar. I want to ask how you feel about English grammar. I think you like it, Michelle. Yeah. But Caroline, I don't know how you feel about grammar. So I want to know your feelings about English grammar, and I want to know what's easier for you. Is it easier for you to give advice about the general content, the meaning of a piece of writing? Or is it easier for you to focus on small things like grammar? Yeah, word choice. Okay, what do you think?
Maybe I respect the writer's writing because it's their opinion or idea. So in general, I may don't give them some ideas on their content because because it's their idea. But some grammar mistake is some mistakes are very obvious and very bad or terrible. So I like to say they may adjust them better. So some grammar mistakes are so obvious that I can't stand because we learn English mostly learn grammar, not accent, not pronunciation, not expression. But grammar, if you use wrongly or you don't use right, so it maybe shows your attitude towards English. So grammar mistake, I also focus on it, that I always pay attention to grammar mistake, and next time I will pay more attention to the content itself. So I know in our case sessions with another grammar mistake is not very important, but in writing it may be a little more different because it's in the writing form, not conversation form. So grammar mistake should be corrected. Yeah.
Okay.
I think the grammar mistakes are not very big mistakes. They can be changed quickly. So I'm not very focused on the grammar mistakes. When I read a passage, I can't find the mistakes. Besides, very clear. So I focus on the whole meaning. When I read a passage, I think it's interesting or something else. So someone will help them to modify the grammar mistakes. I think it should be modified. Yeah.
Okay, so when we did the first couple workshops, especially the introduction, I drew the upside down triangle, yeah? To show that the first thing, the biggest thing, is the content, the meaning.
Yeah.
For the same reason I think that you just said, the grammar, maybe they can get help easily for that, and it's small things. Content, the meaning, I think that's what our students our students here, I think that's what they need the most help with. Because many of them have never written a poem, have never written a story. And the content, how to make their character seem alive, right? How to make the poetry feel beautiful, like it has a flow, like these things maybe they're not experienced with. Grammar, I think they have a lot of experience. That's why I want us to start with this and work our way down to smaller mistakes like grammar, spelling, maybe some word choice, punctuation, which is a big one for me because the students always I have to fix many small punctuation marks, But these things are more superficial. The first thing, the biggest thing, is the deeper meaning, right? The content. Okay? So I think organizing this one is the most important because you don't know. Maybe when they reorganize their essay or their story, some parts may be taken out. So if you did the grammar first, you just wasted time on the grammar that won't even be there. Yeah? So I think you guys understand this. Do you think our workshop participants understand this idea?
Yeah, they know it, but it's very a little difficult for them to write in English to express their deeper, just you say deeper meaning. But in Chinese, they may be good at deeper meaning, but in English they may not, because English is our second language, may not express well or express better. Express our deeper meaning better. So it's a long process, and we should improve again and again. Yeah.
Okay, they can use Chinese in the workshop though, yes?
Yeah.
Okay, so when you say they are using their second language, do you mean they're using English to discuss the deeper meaning? Or they're using English to write?
Writing. They write in English. Maybe it's English is our second language. Maybe in writing we cannot express or show our deeper meaning well.
So what advice would you give to students who are having trouble expressing deeper meanings in English?
English skills. I must say English learning is very essential, because they may not find some correct or proper sentences or words to express, and some sentences can't be connected with each other.
Okay, that sounds like grammar. You're talking about grammar again. Okay, I mean the deeper. How can they express their deeper feelings, the deeper meanings in English? Do you have some advice for them?
Read more.
Yeah, read more books.
Read more.
Okay, we talked a little bit about translation, right? Writing something.
I mean the translation. So they it may be they have difficulties in translate Chinese into English. This process maybe change the meaning or can't express their deeper meaning.
Okay. Okay, so that's something we will have to continue working with them on. How do you feel personally? Do you feel like when you write in English, you are expressing your deeper meaning?
No, I don't think it's very difficult, but some Chinese English may show. In my writing, maybe some Chinese English are too many. Not too many, but some. So the experience is not very better about the Chinese English.
Okay, so you feel like because you're using too much Chinese-influenced English, that your meaning is lost?
Not lost, but not all.
Okay.
Yeah, not all.
Okay, so how are you going to make that better?
Read more and read some, like Pride and Prejudice. I read them many times in English. And some Jane Eyre and Tale of Double Cities, I read them in English, just to improve my reading and writing. This is the point, because you do some reading, you do some writing in English, and your foreign language, your English will be better. Yeah.
Okay.
Do more reading. This is.
Yeah, if I write in English directly, I think it can express myself. But if I write in Chinese and then translate it to English, I think it can't express myself. Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting. So you prefer to write in English directly?
Yeah.
It's more easier to express.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so what would you recommend for the workshop participants? If their English is very weak, would you still recommend that they write it in Chinese and then translate? Or would you ask them to try writing only in English and see how it feels? What would you tell them?
If they want to, if they really want to write something but not good at English, he may or she may write in Chinese, and we can help him or she translate. But if she can have the ability to write, he can write directly. And just like my classmate, one of my classmates, zero, and he mailed a composition to us, and he he write in Chinese, and then he used some translation appliance, yeah, to translate, just a little, and I have helped him to correct some mistakes.
Yeah.
Because his English is broken. So he said to me, he wrote in Chinese, and then he managed to translate it into English. If he don't understand and don't know how to translate, he may turn to translation appliance. So yeah, it's a special situation because his English is very broken.
Okay. Okay, let's move on.